In 2023, this year is all about getting buyers motivated. And I'm going to share with you just how you can light a fire under your clients' asses. Look, there's no mystery what's going on in the market. And pretty much any market is just that the rates and fear and everything like that is really scaring buyers right now. And for the first time ever in my career and a lot of other agents we're speaking to in their careers is we're seeing more listings than buyers. At the same time, the listings are so minimal that even like in the city of Chicago, we have just about 3 months worth of supply on the market right now. That's how crazy it is. That's what we're dealing with. With no inventory and even less buyers, this is where the opportunity for buyers comes in. I mean, how many times over the last couple of years have we heard people complain about just multiple offers and the frustrations and everything that buyers dealt with the last couple of years? Well, this is finally their time. It's the time of the buyers. And you got to be able to speak to your people, your potential buyers, people that are on the fence, or anybody you run into. You got to be able to talk to them about why this is such a fantastic opportunity. So let's dive into a couple things, all right? First thing is the rates. We got to talk about it. We might as well get it out of the way first. Everyone talks about the rates. And yes, the rates have gone up in recent times. Like there's no getting around it. A lot of it really just had to do with the fact that we had a pandemic that came through and swept the world, took it by storm, so to speak, and in the United States, the government decided to put a bunch of money into trying to kind of save us, so to speak, and now rates are what they are. Yes, they're not 3%. They're never going to be 3% again. And if you actually look at what happened before the pandemic, the rates were not 3%. They were right around 5-6%. So if you look at where rates are, we're actually pretty close to where they would have been had we not had the COVID stuff happen, right? We didn't have a pandemic. So you got to explain that to your clients, explain it to the buyers like, guys, yeah, I understand the rates are a little bit high, but that's because this is where they're supposed to be right now. This isn't anything crazy, and this is where they are going to be for a long time. And another thing, if you really are running into people that are just so freaked out about the rates, you could tell them, look, if they were to drop, if they were to go down, you could always refinance. There's nothing against refinancing. If you are currently right now getting the 7%, it drops into the 5s, you could absolutely refinance and get that lower rate. But if you don't get into the market right now, you're just going to be missing out on this opportunity, right? And that's kind of how you got to explain it to them. Like, there's an opportunity here. So once you get past the rates, there is something you really want to touch on that I think is super, super helpful when you talk to your buyers. Once you get past the rate talk, you really want to start highlighting what are the other things that are going on right now that could really just benefit them, right? Kind of touched on it earlier when I started this blog is that there's no buyers in the market right now. There's no competition. Literally, you could go out shopping and see a bunch of different places and maybe never even run into another buyer. That's how incredible of an opportunity this is. So, 2 years ago in 2021, there was, you go to see a property and there's literally people waiting outside, lines of people to go see a property that would end up with 30 offers and sell for like $50,000 or more over list price. Not the case right now. Right? There is just not a lot of buyers out there. There are so many people that are freaked out about the rates that they're just holding off. And I get it. Obviously the rates go up. It's going to cost them a little bit more to buy. But that's the beauty of what's going on right now is that there is no competition out there. So you could actually go out there and take your time as a buyer and see a bunch of different places before ever deciding on one. Instead of a couple years ago where you just really wanted to get in and buy a place because there was nothing to buy. And you were willing to give everything, the shirt off your back to do it. Now you have options. As a buyer, you can go out there, you can see a bunch of places, and you could actually find one that really fits what you're looking for. And that's how you got to explain it to them. Tell them, like, this is the opportunity to find the ideal home that you would be okay paying a higher rate for. And the other thing that is just a massive advantage right now is that the buyers have the power. You could go out, and when you do find that dream home, you could go out and negotiate. You could offer less than list price. You could not do that a couple years ago. When the rates were 3%, like I said earlier, there was no negotiating. You just offered the highest price possible and had your fingers crossed you were going to get it. Now, buyers could actually negotiate, not just on price, but other terms as well. You could get closing costs. You could probably get your ideal closing date. Maybe you don't have to put as much earnest money or escrow down. This is the opportunity for them to get their dream home at the dream price. I mean, if you think about the American dream about buying, like, I don't think it gets any better than that. You literally have this opportunity here that's not going to be around for a very long time, right? And that's how you got to pitch it to them. Explain to your buyers that this is it. This is the time to get in. And then finally, let them know that if they wait around for those rates to drop, if that ever happens, also know that's what everyone else is doing. So we talk about having no competition right now. Well, what happens when the rates drop? When the rates drop, competition happens. Buyers will come out of the woodwork. They'll try to get rid of leases if the rates ever drop, just so they could buy right now. Why do that to yourself? Explain it to your clients that if those rates go down, the competition goes up, all right? So just look, this is the opportunity buyers have been waiting for. Don't let that little thing as the rates be the one reason why they don't buy, all right? Talk to them. Explain this to them. Maybe do blog posts about it. Maybe write articles about it. Even send them video messages or emails and post about it on social media. Do everything you got to do to really explain to buyers that this is the time for them to get in the market and get that perfect home for them at the price they really want to get it at. Please, if you like our content and you want to get more of it, we encourage you to please subscribe to our channel, hit the little like button, and just check us out more. We post a video every single week, Mondays at 9 a.m. Central Time, just more education to help you out.